Happy November. This is our first Tarot for Kindness for the month of November. We'll be doing this all month, every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. It's late for you guys. I know it's a school night, but it's so worth it because what you're going to do is get a reading for $10 per card. And 100% of the money that you donate goes to help feed seniors in Ukraine. My friend Ivan Subotin here, he is the one who goes and buys the groceries. He and his team deliver the groceries. So the money that you donate for your reading today is going to go today to feed a senior and really make a huge difference in their life. I mean, many times you've told us the stories of when you go to their houses, they have no food in the house, nothing in the house, and how the food that you bring is the first food that they've seen in a while, which is unbelievable. Hard to, hard for our hearts to bear. But my friend the Love Witch is here back in the background doing all of the moving around of the buttons, pushing the buttons. And my friend Ivan Subotin is here. Hi, Ivan.
Hello, since I haven't waken up completely, I thought that you are saying something like, my friend Ivan Subotin is one of the seniors.
Not yet. Well, you did have a birthday, and now you're
Yeah,
in really in
I
middle age
went to
now.
my 50th.
No, you went to your middle age, 40. Your
For
middle age.
I mean when I went to another decade, how do you say?
Oh, yeah,
So
you're in your fifth decade. Yeah, that's your fifth
yeah.
decade for sure.
Mhm.
But you are now middle age. So next stop is Didus. That's the next stop,
Mhm. I hope
which is
this
grandpa
is
in
an
Ukrainian.
equator of my life. Not the most significant part of it. But anyway, nobody knows his future.
That's
Let's
right.
just do something worthy since we're still alive.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We have to, I mean,
Hello,
what it,
John Paul.
yeah. Oh, happy birthday, Yvonne. That's right. We all
Thank
have to
you.
wish Yvonne excuse me, happy birthday. Last Sunday, you weren't here with us because you were celebrating your birthday. We have to ask you about that. What did you do for your birthday?
It was very modest but very warm. The only guests I had here were my parents. Actually, I didn't want to invite anyone because traditionally we don't celebrate 40th birthday in Ukraine. It's like a bad. No, it may cause something bad because uh, if we are talking about commemoration, we have 3 days, 9 days, and 40 days. Maybe this is why.
Oh,
Maybe this is why we don't celebrate. Well, many, not all of many don't celebrate 40th birthday in Ukraine. Actually, I didn't want to celebrate not because of this. I didn't want just because I don't like to celebrate anything. It's just an average day, so just another day in your life. But my parents, they told me that they will come anyway, so they told something like get prepared, and of course I couldn't refuse them, and I made a very good table. Some of my foreign friends helped me financially with this, by the way. So I ordered some grilled meat, grilled vegetables, mushrooms, amazing salads from all from restaurant, and we had an amazing family evening. Just amazing.
oh,
We ate, we played. Danny fought with my dad. Anatoly fought everyone. Yeah, and then in the evening we drove them back by car. And
oh,
also, I have an amazing gift. I didn't tell you, but
no.
now I am a happy owner of a completely new guitar. Bought in the musical store. It's Ibanez RG
Yeah.
series. It's a legendary line of guitars. Of course, I didn't buy the most expensive one because the most expensive ones cost about three, four, even 5 grands. I bought a guitar about $600. But anyway, Ibanez RG is the name that speaks for itself, and
Yeah.
I have already started using it. in my current track I'm working at. Yeah, I'm working on or working at. I don't
Working
know.
on, yeah, working
Working
on.
on.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, how amazing it sounds. So
Uh,
probably in a couple of weeks you will hear the complete track. It would be so goddamn amazing. The technical level is absolutely different
uh,
compared to anything you heard from me before.
yeah, so we should put up if people want to hear your music, to find your music. It's a year younger, Yvonne. That's what my philosophy is. Yeah, go backwards instead. Um, but if you want to put up Love Witch at Silent Shelters on YouTube so that people can find Yvonne's music. There we go, youtube.com/ at Silent Shelters, and they can hear your music that you're just making at home with your own tracks that you're making all yourself. You're like Prince,
I'm
the
like a
artist
Trent
Prince.
Reznor. I play everything by myself.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Drums, bass, guitar, electronic part.
You know who else could do that was Prince. I remember when I heard that
Mm.
Prince was able to record all the instruments, and then he just had hired people to do when he would do a recording, he would do it himself, or had done sometimes, at least record every instrument. And then when he performed, he'd hire people to perform it. But he was so good, he could do every instrument. I remember when I was young being so blown away with that. And of course, there's many other people that can too. And you're one of them. You can do all the instruments. I love that. So let's do some readings. I saw that Jean Paul already had made a donation. Um, oh no, my visit with the dentist didn't go as planned. I'm needing a root canal with another dentist. I go on the 13th for some cosmetic work. How are things looking in this situation for me? All right. Oh my goodness, root canals.
They, I can tell you even without reading, your things are looking expensive
Yeah,
because I have just finished with the same thing here in Ukraine.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially if the tooth is big and you have three or even four canals, it will take some time definitely and some money.
Mm. All right. Well, let's do some magic too. Oh, my favorite Prince song was Diamonds and Pearls. Oh, I love Prince so much. Yeah. He was really a special soul, such a great talent, really wonderful, talented guy. It's a shame. All right, let's take a look at your root canal, your tooth situation. Oh my goodness. Um, all righty, let's see what we see. Oh my gosh, yep, you got a journey ahead, but you will get there. You will get there. So we've got the moon card showing up. Moon card, oh, sorry, I'm going to keep it still. I'm trying to rest my elbow on something that'll hold the card up. Moon card. So it's moon card shows this little crawfish that's coming out onto the road. Now, crawfish lives in the water. Crawfish does not live on the land. So it's going out into unfamiliar territory, which is can be a little scary. Imagine like going out in the moonlit night. You don't see everything. Even if there's a full moon out, you can't see everything. It's not bright like the sun. So as you go down this road, you're going to have to trust, have faith, and step out onto the road of things that are unfamiliar to you, things that are out of your comfort zone. But you know what? The moon card has this little message in it for you, because if you look at this little moon, there's all those little what are those little flames coming down? Those are called yods. Yods are blessings. So blessings are coming down. So it's not ultimately going to be a bad thing. It's going to be a good thing. But you do have to navigate through this wolf and this dog. You have to go around this windy road to get to those blessings. And then look at this gateway. Once you go through the gateway, you're on the other side, you're home free, all is well. So I think it's a little bit of a journey for you as you go down, with this dental work. It's going to be a journey. You want to avoid, the pitfalls of maybe get a second opinion, or, even a second opinion on pricing, like, find, a dentist that's good, has a good reputation. But, they range in prices. If you're in the fancy part of town, sometimes the dentist can be more expensive, and less fancy part of town, less expensive. Doesn't mean they're any worse or better dentist, but you might want to do some looking around and see what options there are for you. Ask for options, ask for payment plans, or ask for other things in terms of the money. Ultimately, though, it's going to be a blessing, to get that tooth fixed. You'll feel good. You'll be pain free. You won't have to worry about, breaking that tooth again. It'll be nice and strong. So I do see, the good in it coming from it, but it's a journey to get there. And you want to make sure that you um, navigate that journey. Oh, I was so hoping that would have been pulled. Well, they can't pull it. They can pull it. Why are they saying that they can't pull it?
Maybe they want to save the tooth.
Here's a I'm not a dentist. I'm not your dentist. I'm not anybody's dentist. But I'm just going to tell you my experience. I had both of these teeth, upper teeth, pulled because they were really bad, right? This is this is probably 20 years ago that this happened. And when I proposed to get them pulled, they were like, "Oh, you don't want to do that because your teeth are going to spread apart. It's going to be a big mess." None of that happened for me. So, I mean, go with what your dentist says, but get a second opinion. They want to save it. Well, they want to save it, but it's also
Maybe
more
because
expensive when they
it will
save.
bring them more money.
Exactly. I said it's more expensive for them to save it. So, um, I mean, you can ask about that option. I would just ask, maybe get a second opinion about it. Um, find out from a doctor who isn't your dentist, if that's a possibility. Um, but
Can I
yeah.
can I can I give another possible option for
Mhm.
this really quickly? Probably you know what medical tourism is. It's when
Yeah.
guys from the United States or from Europe come to a country from a former Soviet bloc to do some medical manipulations. For example, my cousin, who lives in LA, by the way, he recently went to Moldova because he had some problems with teeth. And as far as I know, one plump, yeah, do you call this plump? In the United States, it costs something like $2,000, and he made all the teeth in Moldova, all the teeth for 1,000. And of course, it's worth all the air flight tickets and hotels, so anything. It's much cheaper, and I can confirm this because as you may know, I had a surgery. They pulled out my eighth, seventh teeth. They modified the jawbone and inserted the eighth one into the place where a seventh tooth
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah, and it cost me $300.
yeah. Amazing. We have that also in Mexico. We have dentists down in Mexico. That might be something to look into, possibly, if you're
Mhm.
interested. I don't think John Paul likes to travel too much. I don't get that impression. Maybe I'm wrong, John Paul, what you tell us. Um, oh, yeah. I think you get a second opinion. Just get a second opinion. There may be a reason. Find out the reason why you are keeping that tooth or why they recommend keeping that tooth. I don't know. It's worth asking, right? It's worth asking. Um, but they also have been advertising in Turkey, going to Turkey for your teeth to get your teeth done. I mean, there's all kinds of advertisements I've been seeing, but a lot of people here, at least in the southwest of the US, go down to Mexico to get their teeth done. Um, I don't because I don't have time to go down travel around for my teeth, but I haven't had knock on wood, I haven't had any big things done lately, so that's been good too. Yeah, I would just find out why they're saying that, why they're insisting, you know. So, yeah. Um if you would like a reading, we're doing readings as a tarot reading fundraiser. $40 feeds a senior for 2 weeks with wonderful, healthy groceries. That's an amazing deal. $40 for 2 weeks worth of groceries for a person. It's really good.
Come on,
Um,
guys, don't sleep. We have to start the week decently.
yeah, exactly, exactly. We only are feeding one. Oh, there we go. Universe soul goddess. Universe soul goddess. All right. Let us know what you want what you're asking, and we'll do a reading. Um, I lost my job. Oh no, not due to anything I did, but because one of my senior teammates was committed to not liking me, and my boss took their word as law. Will I find a new job soon? Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, listen, let's talk about this for a second and then we'll look at the cards. Sometimes these horrible things happen to open up something great. So if your job was kind of so, you liked it well enough, now is a great time to like envision what would be a perfect job, what would be fulfilling to you, what kind of environment. I'm going to make a recommendation if you'd like to do a little spell. Take a piece of paper and a pen and write down the 21 qualities of your perfect job. What would it be like? All the things that are most important to you, list down the top 21, and then put that piece of paper in your wallet and carry it with you. Your wallet's where your money goes, your job is where your money comes from. So do that and see what you manifest, because what I can see is that sometimes when these horrible, out of the blue, really random things happen where a job ends or a relationship ends or something ends, it's to open you up to the great thing that's going to come. So keep your eyes on that. Keep your heart and mind and all of your wishes and intentions on that amazing job coming to you. All right, so let's see about your new job. All right. Okay, we can look at this. I love this. All right. Two things, two cards, Five of Swords and Hierophant. This is a great message for you. Five of Swords. Sometimes people think of this as conflict. I mean, that's definitely the conflict that you had with your, your superior. But Five of Swords energy is also, there's a deeper message under this card. So these guys, I'm going to show you the picture. These guys were in a battle. And this guy got three of the swords, and then there's two swords scattered on the ground. And these guys look kind of unhappy. Even with this guy with his smirk on his face, he's got kind of a smirk on his face. This isn't a situation with a clear victory. I don't think this card ever shows like a clear victory. It's really like a mixed bag, right? So when we see this energy of the Five of Swords, I often think of the story behind the story. If they were in a battle and the battle was some soldiers were lost, but no ground was gained, it isn't a defined win, right? The general who's commanding these soldiers would not do the next day, would not do the same thing that he did the day before. If it didn't produce a good result, we don't repeat it. So sometimes I see this card being like we're a little hamster running on a wheel, running, 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 but making no progress. And I'm wondering if your job that you were in was kind of that. Like you were working really hard, you were putting in a lot of effort, but it wasn't progressing your career or progressing your life in any way. When we see this card of like this energy expended, it's time to jump off the wheel and get some traction on the ground. Do a new strategy. That can be a couple of things. Number one, a new strategy in how you're looking at jobs. So if you're looking for a job and you're looking, let's say, on LinkedIn and Indeed and these places that have jobs, then try another strategy too, like asking friends or colleagues if they know of anything, if you've heard of anything. That's a great way to get a job, is by a referral from somebody who's already in the company. Great way to get a job. So that could be a good way of approaching this. Another message that this card could have in it is that maybe you want to look for a completely different kind of job. Like if you were in one kind of career, but you've thought about doing a different career, transferring those skills over to another career. So different type of job, something that's more to your liking, something more of what you're dreaming of doing. We have an interesting card follow up that card, which is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about learning, being mentored, being guided, or passing along and teaching others. So it could be that for you, some career in teaching or some career in training others or doing that could be a new career path for you. Or it could be that you get trained in something brand new to you. You get mentored, you get guided, you learn. I would say with these two cards together, it would be at the least worthwhile to think about a new career in a different field or a variation of the field that you're in. And look at getting some training, either on the job training or training, learning in some way, so that you can make this transfer and add your own skill base and add to it with something that you've learned. So I want to know, Universe Soul Goddess, is that resonating with you? Think about like looking at it from a different angle, trying a different avenue, trying a different way, and also gaining some knowledge or being a teacher, training others. It could be something that you move up into that area as well. So I want to hear about that. It's very cool. Yeah, it's kind of like, I feel like it's got an open energy about it. Now, in terms of the length of time before you get another job, we have one major arcana card that isn't giving us any information about timing, but we do have a swords card. We have a minor arcana card. And the way I read timings is by the speed of the minor arcana suit. Air is the fastest. So I don't think it's going to be very long before you find that job. But to find it faster, look at these avenues from a different angle, try different methods, and possibly look at different careers. And that's going to open up something for you and get training or be a trainer. So, yeah, I love it. Tell me what you think. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the rest of you, if you would like a reading, I'm doing readings right now. I'm Madam Pamita, and I'm doing readings for Tarot for Kindness. We do this once a week on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern Time. I do readings for $10 per card live on the air. It's great for a quick check-in if you want to find something, just a quick check-in on something. You don't want a full reading. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. If you would like to get a reading, you can do that. All you have to do is donate through Venmo, PayPal, or if you are on YouTube, you can donate through Super Chat. And $10 for one card reading, $20 for a 2-card reading, $30 for a 3-card reading, $100 for a 10-card reading. I mean, you can get whatever you want. 100% of the proceeds that you are donating today are going to buy groceries for Ukrainian seniors in Kyiv and Zaporizhia in Ukraine. Ivan Subotin, who you can see right there. He is our friend in Ukraine, in Kyiv, and he's the one that does the grocery buying, and he and his team distribute the groceries to these seniors. He posts pictures of the seniors with their groceries so you can see them, you can get to know them. The money that you donate today is going to feed seniors today because it's morning in Kyiv. It's early in the morning, 6 a.m. And so the money that you donate today he's going to go out and buy groceries today and distribute those groceries. And we want to start the week off right. This is the first day of the week and the first day that he's distributing groceries. So it's great to get these donations so he can start the week strong and feed those seniors who are really relying on him. Sometimes he goes into their homes and they have nothing, not one crumb, not even a mouse, food for a mouse, nothing in there. And he brings these groceries to them. Some
Yeah,
of
it
them,
happens when we stretch, when we are forced to stretch the intervals between our visits.
yeah. So the goal is he brings 2 weeks worth of groceries, $40. Great, Adrija. Just let us know how much, where you donated, and what your question is. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Um,
Adriana.
if you, what was I going to say? Oh, So $40 buys enough groceries for one senior for 2 weeks. It's like that. They're counting on that. He likes to visit them once a month so that he gives them and provides for them for 2 weeks out of the month. So that really stretches their limited pension budget, you know. Um, some of these seniors are housebound, can't get out of bed, have disabilities. And so this is a real blessing that you're doing this. So I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Um, oh,
Hello, hello, Andrija. Thank you.
oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Oh, great. All right. 3 cards. How the rest of the year looks for you in terms of love. Wonderful. All right. Let's take a look and see. Thank you, Adrija. Okay. I love it. All right. The first card showing up is the Fool card. Fool card is like new beginnings, fresh new beginnings, brand new energy, being very open. I mean, one of the hallmarks of the Fool card, look at his gesture. He's like got his arms open, his chest out, his arms are open. It's like having this openness. It's not like being like this or being closed off, it's being open. So I think as you approach the rest of the year, like be open. Be willing to take a little risk, even. See that little cliff ahead. Go outside of your comfort zone. Be open to all possibilities. Get to know guys. Just get to know them. Say hello. Even if you think they're not going to be suitable, you can say hello and get to know them because you never know, right? I just read an interesting article about dating. I'm going to find this article and I'm going to send it to you, Adrija. It was an article about this woman who was looking for a partner. She was online dating, and this guy who she swiped right on, she would just swipe right on anybody that was in any way suitable in any possible way. She wasn't very attracted to him. She thought, he's okay. They had a phone conversation. She thought, he seems a little boring. He's not very exciting. But she agreed to meet him for coffee or something so that they could see each other and get, say hello and see if there was any kind of anything between them. And then when he came into the coffee place where they were meeting, he was she changed her mind 180 degrees because she saw something in him when they were together. So uh, and then she married him. She ended up marrying him. So I think it's like that openness of give somebody a try. Let's see. Let's get to talk to them and see if there's anything there. And she was dating a lot of different guys. She understood that it's a numbers game, right? In dating, it's a numbers game. The more people you meet, the more likely you're going to find a match. If you limit yourself and don't meet a lot of people, then it takes you longer to get there. So I think this is that kind of openness in the Fool card of being really open to all the possibilities, being positive, trusting in the whole process. I mean, that's all about the Fool card. And just going in with no preconceived notions. Wonderful way to approach the next 3 months. Next, we have a new person coming in. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. So energy is youthful but grounded, not wild and crazy like the fiery wands page or the swords page, which is somebody who is not sure of themselves. Page of Pentacles is a grounded page, young energy but also grounded. When we see page energy, it also means someone new, someone that you have not met before. So this is not going back to any of the ones that you know or the ones that you dated before or anything like that. This is somebody new. Now, to get to this new person, we have 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups means you have to Does he look immature? Well, it's interesting because there's the maturity of the pentacles, which is very mature, and the youthfulness of the page. They kind of balance each other out. I don't think of it as being an immature person, but may have a youthful outlook, and definitely new person for sure. Eight of Cups means you have to go out and find it, right? Like this guy is going out and journeying to find the cup that is missing, right? Thing that is missing from his life. So there's a part for you that I think I see in both the fool card where he's going on a hike or an adventure, and this one is going on a hike or adventure. Maybe it would be good to start hiking. Both those cards are kind of going for a walk out in nature, right? But Eight of Cups is like going out and finding it. So it requires you not to just passively wait for it to happen, but to actively go out and to find that relationship that you're wanting. But there's definitely like an openness and somebody new coming into the picture. And I love that. So it's a good direction on what to do, how to approach it, how emotionally to approach it, and what action to take. And the action to take is to um, meet lots of guys, because you don't know if somebody seems like so on their profile or so on a phone call. It might be different once you meet them. Likewise, this other thing happens sometimes, when you're online dating, you think somebody's really great and they're great on the phone, and then you meet them in person and you're like, oh, they're not what I thought they were going to be. So I think that meeting is important. And I think also keeping an open mind is important. There's definitely quality of that in the Fool card, just being open-minded about this. So I'm going to find that article. I'm going to find that. I'm just writing a note to myself so I don't forget. All right. I want you to read this one, Adrija. I think it will be very inspiring for you. Really good. It was such an interesting story. All right. Anybody else want a reading? We're doing readings today. I'm Madame Pamita. This is my friend Ivan Subotin. And in the background is the
Two
Love Witch.
friends.
Oh, and Anatoly. We can't. And another friend over here, Glinda's over there. Well, maybe I'll show her to you guys. There she is in the pile of pillows and my wrap. You're so welcome, Adrija. I don't want to disturb her. She won't like it. She'll be mad at me. So we're doing readings, tarot readings, $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to feed seniors in Ukraine. Yvonne is the one that buys the groceries. $40 feeds a senior for 2 weeks. So we're trying to feed I'm shooting for a goal. We need to feed at least 3. That means we need to do another
60 more
6
dollars.
more cards. Yeah, 6 more cards. Come on, you guys. You could do 1 card, 2 card, 3 card reading, 4 card reading, 5 card reading, 6 card reading. Somebody come up with a 6 card reading. Be great. Yeah, he's decided he's going backwards to 38. He's not going to 40.
No, actually, it's the same, the same feeling as you were a day prior. Nothing has changed absolutely. I'm feeling myself exactly the same I felt yesterday.
Yeah.
So no worries. First of all, you are still quite far to this age, as far as I know from our personal communication. And anyway, when you will turn 40, nothing will change.
Well,
Absolutely.
I remember when I turned 40, which was 19 years ago, almost 20 years ago. I remember being very like, "Ugh, I'm old now. Ugh." But the 40s were the best. I mean, every decade gets better, but the 40s were great. The 40s were great. I felt empowered. I did amazing things. I started my business in my 40s. I mean, all kinds of amazing miracles and wonderful things happened in my 40s. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
this is
it's
the
not,
best age because you are very experienced by this age. You have a lot of knowledge and still you have a lot of energy. So between 40 and 50, you can build your future, the
yeah,
foundation, a solid foundation for your more decent age.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ah, okay. All right. John Paul, I'll send you that article too. So John Paul says, I'm wanting to go back on a dating app. I'm going to put I want to go back on a dating app. I have not had luck in the past. Will this time be different for me? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look and see. All right.
I met my wife on the dating app, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's always worth trying. This is my opinion.
I met my boyfriend not on a dating app because when we met was 1982, no, 85. We met in 85. There was no dating apps. There wasn't even an internet, no smartphones. But I did see him on a dating app many years later and I'm like, why aren't we going out? It's always funny when you see somebody you know, like a friend. I always would swipe right and say hi, even if I wasn't interested, just to say hi to my friend. But yeah, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna send that to you too. It's a great little article about really, I think I'm gonna like put that in my resources to share with my clients because it really does break it down in such a logical way of like what um there's another thing
The name of the app, actually, it's our local Ukrainian website, so it's not international one. As far as I know, it was called Memba.
Mamba.
Hmm.
Ah, ah, that's cool. Yeah, there's another article, book that I wanted to recommend. I don't think I have a copy of it. It's called I don't think I think I either put it in the storage or I donated it or I don't know what, or gave it away. But there's a book called Calling in the One. It's about law of attraction and meeting your partner and exercises and stories about that it's a good book for that. So Calling in the One is a great book. Yeah, I don't see it up on my bookshelf. I'm looking at my bookshelf and I don't see it anywhere. I probably packed it away, but it's a good one. All right, let's take a look and see. All right, John Paul. Did a lot of shuffling there. Okay. Oh, okay. I like it. Um, the book is on thank you. So Love Witch just put the link in the chat to that book on Amazon. Wonderful. Thank you. I think in the chat on YouTube, probably. All right. So Six of Pentacles shows up. I love this. Love this so much for you, in particular, John Paul. This is about having a relationship of give and take, right? That you're not doing all of the giving and all of the caretaking and getting nothing in return. This is about you putting something out there and putting your love out there and getting that love in return. I love that. Such a beautiful card. It's like where things were out of balance in relationship in the past, really out of balance. Look what we have here. Perfect balance with that scales there. This is about that flow. He's giving the money that he has. Here's a rich guy. He's giving his money to the guy who's struggling down there. It's about give and take and flow. And so when I see this card in relationship questions, it's about having a relationship where you give your love, but you also receive love. So look out for that. Hold out for that. Oh, love. There was
Hmm.
a book I read. It's called Love Tactics. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm always interested, even though I have a partner, he's like my true love, and we are, there's no cracks in it or anything. But what was that book again? Love Tactics. I got to write that down. Thank you. Okay. Um, so I'd like to read about relationship issues because a lot of my readings are about relationship issues, and to find out new information or new ideas to help my clients is always like wonderful things to refer them to and so on. I'm always interested. So I will check that out. So Six of Pentacles energy in relationship, a relationship question talks about that flow of give and take. So instead of you being the giver, 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 and the other person being a taker, 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 you're going to activate a relationship that has that flow of wonderful flow of give and take. So look for that. This is also a steady, strong, solid relationship. We've got 6 pentacles, which is nice and strong and solid. Six, also the number 6 in numerology, is about being of service. It's like community and service. So I love that showing up for you. Such a uh, beautiful, rich concept for us to look at and look at relationship in that way. And I see you activating that relationship. So make sure that you are with, when you are out there looking for your partner, looking for your true love, that you're looking for someone who is not just a taker. I know you have a big heart and you're such a giver, but you also need to receive as well, and make sure that you do open up to receiving it, receiving that beautiful love. So yeah, it's a good card to show up. So yeah, look for that in your relationship, give and take. I think that's something you notice over time. You're never going to know on the first date whether someone's a taker or giver. That shows up over time as you spend some time with someone. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Love those little kitty eyes, the heart eyes. Thank you, John Paul. Yeah, you don't know at the beginning, people are sometimes on their best behavior, or you just don't know anything. There's no information when you first meet someone. But as you get to know someone, you get to see, are they looking out for you? Are they thinking of the two of you as a team, or are they looking out for themselves? I think that's really where the rubber hits the road in a relationship. Everybody at the beginning of the relationship has all those love chemicals flooding their brain and making them feel like they're on drugs, right? At the beginning of a relationship. But then when we go into um, the relationship after a year or 2 years, even, we start to see who they really are. And I think one of the things that we really, people think of all kinds of things when they're looking for a partner. Are they hot and sexy? Are they fun to be with? Do we get along? Um, do we like the same things? I mean, there can be all kinds of things that people put on their list as important, and they're not unimportant. They're certainly important. But the most important thing when you want to have a relationship, yeah, for the rest of your life, when you want to have a relationship for the rest of your life, what you have to really look for is this person a team player? Are they a team player? What does a team player do? I don't care if you're the superstar best player in any sport. If you're on a soccer team or a football team or a baseball team or a basketball team, you need the team. You cannot do it all yourself. So you could be the best, but you need everyone else as well. And so in a relationship, the team player is one who looks at the team first and puts the needs of the team first and their own needs second. That's how you can tell a team player. Are they thinking about what's good for the two of you, or are they thinking about what's good for them? Exactly. So this needs to be in your list of 21 qualities of your perfect partner. John Paul, you are also going to make a list of the perfect partner. What is it that you're looking for? What are the 21 qualities that you're looking for? Write those down on a list. And then team players should be on there. Somebody who views the two of you as you're a couple, and the couple has priority over your individual needs. It doesn't mean being a martyr or sacrificing or never getting your way. It just means that yourself and the other person are thinking of the partnership even when you're thinking of yourself. And you're not going to do anything yourself that's going to damage that partnership. It's a mature way of thinking, right? John Paul, I know you're going to have good luck at it. I know you're going to have good luck this time. So you have to look at it as like a mindset of, I'm running a marathon, not a sprint. I'm going to get to the finish line of the marathon, finish line being having that wonderful partner. But I'm not going to expect that it's going to happen on the first date. It might happen on the first date, but we don't want to have that expectation, because that's when we have that expectation of like, well, the first person I met wasn't perfect, so forget it, right? You might want to do a little magic around it, little attraction magic or love magic, or visualizing your perfect partner, or doing a spell to bring your perfect partner in. So that could also be very good for this. Yeah, absolutely. Well, good. All right. A list, then light a pink candle. I'm always revising the list. Great. Wonderful. Perfect. You're all ready with that then. Excellent. So you guys, we are doing Tarot for Kindness. Tarot for Kindness is a fundraiser for feeding seniors in Ukraine. My friend Ivan Subotin, who's here with me, he does the grocery shopping and the grocery delivering. $40 buys a week, 2 weeks worth of groceries for a senior in Ukraine. Some of these seniors are going without food entirely. They don't have anything. They have many are disabled. They can't work or get out and get money, or even get out to beg for food. Some of them are bedbound or disabled and have difficulties. And so he delivers these groceries so that they can spread their tiny pension. Sometimes, they have the horrible situation of deciding whether they're going to get medicine or food, or shelter or food. So, yeah. Oh. Jen B. Thank you, Jen. All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Okay, you guys, we're coming through. We've got 100 so far. We only need 20 more, or 60 more. I keep moving the finish line out a little bit farther. All right. Oh, and then Adrija just gave 20. Wonderful, Adrija. Wow, we got it. We got it. We got our 3 seniors. Let's go for
Yeah.
4, you guys. Let's go. Let's see if we can get $40 more. If we can get $40 more, then we'll have 4 seniors, and that'll be awesome. So yeah, that would be great. Great way to start the week. All right, Jen, may I have some guidance on how to start the week? Absolutely. Guidance for this week. Wonderful. Yes. Great to see you, Jen. Thank you so much. You guys that show up week after week, you know how much we appreciate you. Anybody new who's come here, we hope you come again and come week after week like a lot of these guys do. We appreciate your donations. So, so important. Okay. Okay, this week. All right. First card to show up is the Death card. This is about graduation. Graduation. You're moving from one state into another state. Love this card showing up. Everyone gets nervous because in the movies, Hollywood movies, they do all kinds of crazy things. And they put down the death card and then somebody dies. But the death card really is about a transformative change, a change. I think of it as like graduation is the perfect analogy for this. When you graduate from high school, you don't go back and go, I want to go back to high school. I'm going to start over again, be a freshman again. No, you're looking forward to the next thing, whether that's a job or traveling around or going to university. There's all kinds of things that you're looking forward to, but you're not looking back. And I do think that the death card has that quality of like going forward and there's no going back. It's the end of one cycle, an end of a phase, end of something, and you won't have to go back there. So I think, Jen, you probably have some great things in your life that you would like to put behind you. Not great things, but things that you want to put behind you. And this is a great opportunity to put those things behind you, to move forward, to graduate out of that old state and move into the much better state. Think of this as really a positive thing. It's like I'm ready to come out of that state of where I was before and go into something new. So this is going to be that. It is not going to be easy and you need help along the way. So 10 of wands shows up, means you have to put in effort. But we don't want you doing the effort all by yourself. Don't be like this guy. He's carrying those 10 sticks and he's doing it, but he's doing it all by himself. When this card shows up, it's a reminder to you that yes, while you can do it all yourself, you want to make sure that you get help, because you can imagine the difference. This scene would look very different if he had a friend next to him and they each had 5 sticks. That would be easy. You could walk easily with 5 sticks. So we want you to share the load. This transition that you're doing is effortful. It's not blocked. It's not It's not painful, but it's effortful. And so to get through the effort, you need support. You need someone else beside you helping you and supporting you. It could be your partner, it could be your best friend, it could be a therapist, it could be anybody, but you need to have assistance and help as you make this transition. It's not to be done alone. You could do it alone, but why be miserable? Do it with someone else. Share that burden with someone else. Ask for help. This is often the card of people who don't ask for help. Do we know those people? Do you know those people, Yvonne? People that never ask for help, they always try and do it themselves.
Yes, of course. And
Yeah.
sometimes I belong
Yeah.
to these people.
And you end up looking like this poor guy, right? Ugh,
Yeah, something like
ugh.
this.
Yes.
This is why I always do workouts with my spine to make
Yeah.
it stronger, to carry all the 10 of ones.
So this is the card of the overdoers, the ones who don't need, no, I don't need any help. And then, this is saying, Jen, ask, oh, and Adrija says, I'm another one of them. Yeah, you take on all the wands. Oh my goodness. You share those wands with somebody else. Delegate something. Ask for help. Get someone by your side to walk with you on this journey. But look at what you got, Jen, at the end. Emperor energy, strong, empowered, a beautiful card of longevity. Look at that. He's got a long way. Yes, that is so me. I do like to work alone. Yeah, we've got to learn somehow to ask for help, to ask for what it is that you need. Ask your friend, and it just is like somebody close to you. It doesn't have to be paying somebody, or it could be paying somebody, but it could be just asking someone to help you with this transition that you're making. It's a big transition, but look where the transition is leading. The Emperor card, empowered, strong, healthy, long lived, long life, beautiful long life, um, wonderful energy of strength and empowerment, moving up in the world, moving up to higher levels, feeling empowered and strong, being embodied in that power. So I see this as really a journey toward your empowerment. And it's a journey of like, I have to let some things go. I have to like move out of that state and into the new state. And the new state is the empowered state. I also get a feeling with this, it's like part of this journey is important that you express yourself and ask for what it is that you need. Think about an emperor. He doesn't have a problem asking for what he needs. I need you to bring me my dinner. I need you to bring me my robes or whatever. He doesn't have a problem asking for what he needs. So think about that. That empowered energy is about the empowerment of asking. And that's why your journey involves asking somebody for help, involves somebody else, because you have to learn that skill to be in a state of empowerment. I mean, think about it from a perspective. I sometimes say, like, he's the CEO of the company. The CEO is the top of the pyramid on a company, right? And the CEO of the company can empty the trash cans, can clean the toilets, can do all those things. But is it in the best interest of the company to have him or her doing those things when their talents and efforts would better be spent in another area, so that asking someone else to do those jobs is freeing the CEO up to do her job so that she can do her job. So I'm wondering if there's some of that energy in this, because it's like if you're doing everything and trying to manage everything, you can't devote time to those projects that are really important for you to do and to work on, whatever those projects are. So, some food for thought there. But what a wonderful outcome for the week. Empowered, strong, feeling good. But it's going to come from letting something go and asking someone to walk beside you as you let that thing go, to help you as you do that. So, yeah, good to see.
The problem of people like us is that we think that it's easier to do something by ourselves than to explain anyone how to do this, and it could be a problem
Yeah.
because we cannot do everything.
Wands represent the element of fire. And so 10 of wands is like burnout. When you've
Hmm.
taken on so much and you're doing so much that you just collapse and then you're no good to anyone. So avoid that burnout by asking for help with something and explain why. I mean, I've been doing it, as I've been going through, my son is going through chemo. And as he's going through chemo, it's kind of like another job. Not this week. It's been mellow this week, but and this week is going to be mellow. Last week was mellow. He only had one day this week and one day tomorrow he's going to go in. But that week where he's there every day, it's like having a full-time job. We're there all day. And I do some work on my computer while I'm there, but I have said to people, I really need your help right now. I've also asked the kids to help. My daughter helps, and I say, I need you to do this, and even my son helps around the house and things like that. So, if you think about these ways that you can ask for help. Oh, I just did a spell. Jen says, I just did a spell to reverse negativity and attract more positivity. I have big goals, but I will need to rely on others to help me. I have to let go of control. Right. Or just, maybe think of it as like having that fun companion who, having another person involved in something isn't always bad because they can bring new ideas or efficient ideas or new ways of looking at things. If you have like, I think about like at work when we're working in the shop, um, Miss Kelly and Onareo are there with me. And they both come up with ideas. How about trying this? Like I'll say, hey, I got this idea. And they'll go, what about this? Or try this. Or, oh, you could do that with that. And always they're great ideas that they come up with. And I'm always grateful to them. Buchanan, the Love Witch, also comes up with great ideas, even though if we're not in the same place. How about this idea? Try this. We brainstorm. So, working with another person on something, on that dream, doesn't mean that you don't have the say. You can always say no to something that you don't agree with or don't like or don't want to do. But you might find that there's some creative stimulation that comes about by working with someone else and bouncing those ideas off of them. So it's worth a little try, to find that right person who's going to be your help in all of this so that you don't have to do it all yourself. It's really good. Yeah, I love that. And I do see that death card is like goodbye to that negativity. That's a really good thing. That's a really good thing. I love that. Graduating into positivity. Very good thing. All right, you guys, we are doing Tarot for Kindness, which is our tarot reading fundraiser for seniors in Ukraine. I do tarot readings, $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to buy groceries for seniors in Ukraine. Ivan down there is the one in Kyiv who does the grocery shopping and he and his team do the grocery delivery to the seniors. These seniors are in their 70s, 80s, 90s. Some are in pretty good shape for their age. Some have very big health issues. Some are just old and it's hard for them to get around. So these are seniors who really need our help. They have empty cupboards, empty refrigerators, and they really rely and are leaning on Ivan and his team to bring them groceries so that they can survive and have their medicines and have their shelter and all the things that they need. Some of them are in displaced persons hostels. They're not even in their own homes. Their own homes have been destroyed. They may be in a hostel or some kind of situation where they're rooming with other people. Many of them don't have children or families to help them. They don't have someone to come in, and you're like the surrogate son, Yvonne, huh? Right? You're like the surrogate son.
Probably.
Yeah. You're the kid that takes care of them when they don't have a kid to take care of them. Some have had kids and lost their kids. There's all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
So many different stories. Yeah. All of them will make your heart, you make you shed a tear. There's some sad stories, but um,
I'm quite emotional, by the way, and easily, I can easily have my eyes wet. As for Julia, she always cry when she faces with some uh, tragedies and terrible stories from our seniors, and
yeah,
it's always hard to cope with. But anyway, we're going further.
yeah. It's amazing. I mean, you know, that even in all of the stuff that the people of Ukraine are suffering, it's hard. I mean, it's like unbelievably hard. And imagine, you know, just for an average healthy person, it is an unimaginable circumstance that you're living through right now. I mean, it's like, um, it's unbelievable. And to be um, doing this when this is going on, it just shows what an exceptional person you are. These seniors are on top of everything, bombings, air raids, all of the things that are happening, loss of their home, loss of loved ones, that they're also suffering with no food on top of everything else. They can't go down to the soup kitchen because they can't leave their apartments, many of them, because they can't or have no mobility. How can they go to the place where they hand out the free food and stand in a line when they can't even walk? So this delivery of the food is like you are like a magnificent angel coming into their home, and I'm sure they feel such deep gratitude to you, you know, for this.
Yeah, they are very grateful now, even more because they realize that the interest to Ukraine has been decreased, and it all can be finished someday. So every time they see us, they are so grateful. It couldn't be explained by words. Many of them cry. We do this either. So it's a very touching situation every day. Uh,
Gosh.
yeah.
If you would like a reading, we're trying to earn 40 more dollars. Oh, okay. Adrija has a reading. We're going to do yours, Adrija. Um, okay. We're going to ask about this. If you would like a reading, go ahead and you can make a donation on Venmo, PayPal, or Super Chat. If you're on YouTube, you can just go into Super Chat. It's $10 per card. Any number of cards. You could be one card, two cards, three cards, five cards, 10 cards, whatever you want. We're aiming for getting another $20. That's all we need, another 20. And then we'll have four
No,
seniors.
Adrija has been already sent 20, and this is her next question.
Yes, I know, but that means we have 120.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need 20 more dollars and then we'll have no, 40 more dollars. 40 more dollars. We need 40 more dollars to get our fourth senior. We've got three seniors. We want to aim for four seniors. Okay. So Adrija, thank you so much, Adrija. Last year I got a pup, but then he fell sick and I had to give him to a vet and then I lost touch. I want to know, does he remember me and how is he doing? His name is Joy. Love that. Oh, you have that deep connection. You know what? I'm telling you, without even looking at a card, he remembers you. And I can tell you how I know. Because my friend in Lviv, it's my friend in Lviv, just got a dog. She got a dog maybe 6 months ago, a puppy. And the puppy came from a home where there was a family and the other puppies were there. And my friend was walking down the street and she saw the woman who sold her the dog. The puppy remembered that woman and was like so excited. And my friend said, I felt a little jealous because my puppy was so excited to see the, her old mom. So you're that puppy's original mom. So let's see about the puppy. So she'll never forget you. If you saw that puppy, you would never ever. She would totally remember you. Yeah, 100%. All right. So let's see what we see. All right. 100%, 100%. You know, that memory is never going to go away. And I'll tell you why. So when you ask this question, does he remember me? That's a yes and no question. Well, there are four cards in the tarot deck. Out of 78 cards, there are four cards that are like a yes, a definitive yes. And we have one of them, the Ace of Pentacles. Whenever we see an ace is a yes. So 100% that puppy remembers you. Second card we have is the Hanged Man card. That Hanged Man card means it's staying, it's not going anywhere. That memory is staying with Joy. He's remembering everything. He remembers your, his puppyhood with you. He remembers. So this is your memory is never going away. He will always remember you. He's got a new family now. He's happy, he's healthy, but he's never going to forget you. Oh, it's so sweet. I think you can do like a little, you know what, Adrija, we've got a dog candle that we haven't released yet. We need to release that dog candle. And you could light a little candle for Joy and really set that intention that you're sending love and happiness and health and all the good wishes so that he has a happy life. You know, sometimes we, for various reasons, we have a pet for, it can be a reason, a season, or a lifetime, just like lots of relationships that we have. Sometimes we don't have the pet for that long, but we are important to that pet, right? We are important. They're important to us and we're important to them. So whether you have a pet for a short time because you are raising it as a, maybe you're fostering it for somebody else. Yeah, it's so sweet. It is sweet. Maybe you're fostering it for someone else, or maybe you can't have it. You know, sometimes people get a pet and then they have an allergy, or they move, or they move into a place that doesn't allow pets. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that people can't keep pets. The important thing is that you find that pet a new home. That's the most important thing. I would never say this that you would do this, but there's people that abandon their pets. They leave them out on the street or drop them off in a forest or drop them off somewhere. That's not kind. That is not nice, because that pet is a domestic animal. It's meant to be with people, and to just drop it off somewhere to let it fend for itself is not a kind thing to do. But if you find that pet a new home and a new place to live with people who care about that pet is happy. The pet's going to have a good life. So you don't have to worry about him. He's got a great life now. He's got great owners who are taking care of him and loving him and are able to take care of him and his special needs. But if it wasn't for you, you were important in his life. You took care of him for that time. You kept him alive and you took care of him for that time. And so you don't have to worry that, you did the wrong thing. I think if you dropped a pet off, then I might worry, but you found a happy home for him. And so you did the kindest possible thing that you could do for him. And he's happy now. So you can remember him. He remembers you. You can send him a little blessing of good wishes. When we can't be with our loved ones, we can always still do a little blessing. We can light a candle for them, or we can say a little prayer for them, or just think about them. All of that is powerful. And I think pets really, I'm not going to say I think, I know pets are very psychic. If you're thinking about him, he's probably thinking about you, and you guys are, sending those messages, those mental messages. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He needed a lot of care. So somebody that could afford to care for him. Oh, John Paul says my first Persian Hana was abandoned and I rescued her. I had her for 5 years before she passed. Yeah, think of that wonderful 5 years that she had with you. I mean, it breaks my heart so deeply when I see a pet that's been abandoned out in the wild. This isn't kind to the animals. I know, there's different circumstances. I mean, certainly. Oh my gosh, at the beginning of the full-scale invasion in Ukraine, we saw lots of people that abandoned their animals. And I have no judgment on that, because if you have to leave right now, like my cats are indoor and outdoor cats. If I had to leave at this moment and my cats were outside and I couldn't find them and they were hiding somewhere and I had to get out, there is no choice. You don't have a choice in those situations. So in those situations, yes, you don't have a choice. I don't even say, We don't know what a situation is or why somebody. But if I don't, I hope that people don't just leave their animals. Sometimes the animals run away and they can't find them, or other things, or who knows, person dies and the animal's outside. What can you do? They don't know where to get the animal. The person isn't there for them. So I realize there are weird situations and unusual circumstances where animals will be abandoned. But certainly finding a happy home for your dog and finding that was like the best thing, and he will remember you. Aww. Oh, the reason I felt yesterday or the day before yesterday, I thought I heard his whimper and I was like lost. Oh, send him good wishes, send him healing, health, good wishes, send him joy, send him love. Yeah, send that to him. You can always do that. Your psychic link is there. You don't need to worry about that. Absolutely. All right, we need a 4-card reading and then we can finish up tonight. Come on, guys, 4 cards. 1 card, 2 card, 3 cards, 4 cards. We'll take all of it, anything. We want to help 4 seniors today. We want to help 4 seniors. So absolutely, let's do it. Let's do this. $40 feeds a senior for 2 weeks. Come on, let's buy some groceries for seniors in Ukraine who have nothing. I'll do a reading for you, $10 per card. You can get a 1-card reading, a 2-card reading, a 3-card reading, a 4-card reading, a 10-card reading. I will do up to 78 card readings. Have I ever done a 78 card reading? No, but this could be the first time. If you want to donate $780, I will do a 78 card reading for you. I'll
I
be here all
think
night.
I think this reading would be unclear because you will drag out all the 78 cards,
which actually could mean anything.
No, listen, there's positions that the cards are in. I would do a
Mm,
78 card layout. This would be a very special thing. Maybe we
mm.
need to like challenge people. Who wants a 78 card reading? Only $780. But that would be amazing to get that
This
amount of money.
stream could last 5 hours long
That's
in this
right.
case.
I'm tired. It's daylight savings time and I'm tired. Um, Well, we're going to give it 2 more minutes and we'll see what we can get. Anybody? Last call for readings. Last call. I need like a little bell like they have at the bar. Last call. Um, it's been wonderful hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you, John Paul. Thank you, Universe Soul Goddess. Thank you, Adrija. Thank you, Jen. You guys are awesome. Many of you are regulars who come back here every week. We're so happy to have you. We're going to be here every Sunday this month. I don't think we have a Sunday that we're doing anything different. Let's see. Yep, I'm just looking at our schedule for this week, this month. We'll be here every Sunday this month. We're on. Even Thanksgiving Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, we'll have some pumpkin pie together. You know what? I was really tired and I said I wanted to take a nap. And the love witch says, don't, it was like 7 o'clock. I said, maybe I could take a 20-minute nap. She's like, don't do it. And I'm like, you're right. So what did I do instead? I went to the fridge and I got a piece of pumpkin pie. I got a pumpkin pie today at Trader Joe's. I have to say it's about a 7. It's not a 10. It's a 7 out of 10 pumpkin pie. Trader Joe's pumpkin pie. My next pumpkin pie I'm going to get is from Costco. I've heard they're really good pumpkin pies at Costco. Costco does good with their bakery items, so we're going to see. So I'll try maybe next week I'll bring a pumpkin pie from Costco and I'll try that beforehand. We can have pumpkin pie taste off, everybody. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We did get enough to feed 3 seniors. Maybe a magical fairy will donate the last $40. I know who that magical fairy is. Oh, John Paul. Awesome. General reading. Thank you, John Paul. Ah, wonderful. Thank you. Okay. You really waited till the last minute. I was just about to shut everything down. All right, John Paul, let's see what your card is. Your card of the week, your card of the day. Let's see what I got for you. Okay. Okay, 5 of Swords. Again, that card wasn't for you. That was showing up for Adrija, right? Was showing up for you. No, Universe Soul Goddess, sorry. So 5 of Swords is about changing your strategy. Remember this card showing up? Change your strategy. Try a new strategy. This is the 7? The 7 what? Love Witch. I don't know what that. Oh, what did I say? 5? 7. 7 of Swords, not 5 of Swords. I am tired. I am really tired. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Can I count? No. Am I looking with no glasses on? Yes. Next time I'm going to do this. And then I can see. Oh, that is definitely the 7 of Swords. I'm tired. I can't
But
see,
anyway,
and I'm
it
old.
doesn't change the meaning of the card.
No, it does change the meaning of the card. Sorry. Whole different thing. Thank you, Love Witch. See, we need you here. It takes a village, right, to do these readings. Oh my God. 7 of Swords. So 7 of Swords, different meaning altogether, not 5 of Swords. It's still a guy walking around with swords, but this guy has 5 swords. 7 of Swords is a card about asking for what it is that you need, asking the universe for what you need, asking other people for what you need, asking for what you need. Well, how do I get that out of 7 of Swords? Isn't 7, Madame Pamita, isn't 7 of Swords about somebody taking something or you taking something or doing something? Yes, it is. But it is, think about this. Swords energy. Swords are ideas, thoughts, and communication. Communication, right? This guy is getting what he needs. He's taking what he wants. He's getting what he needs. But we also have that element of air and the swords. And so it is about asking for what it is, asking for what you need from the universe. Oh, 7 has been with me today. 7:07 on the clock. I love it. So this is really an important card. I think I've talked about this book with you guys before. Maybe I have. There's a book called The Aladdin Factor. It's a book by the guys, Jack Canfield, the guys that wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul and all those like books, self-help books that are generic and whatever. But that book is amazing. The Aladdin Factor is amazing. It is a phenomenal concept. It is saying basically what it's saying is if you don't ask, you don't get. You don't ask, you don't get. It's true, right? We can go through life and it's not other people's responsibility to know what we want and to read our minds. We have to communicate what we need and what we want. So we have to communicate with the universe, asking for what it is that we want and not just be like, whatever happens, happens. We have to be direct with people and asking for what it is that we want in a nice way, in a way that makes it a wonderful exchange. I will give you an example of this card in action. Okay. One time, I feel like I'm having deja vu. I don't know if I brought it up here, if I brought it up with a client or what, but anyway, if you've heard this story before, stop me. But I was with some friends and one friend was having a birthday and we were going to a spa and the reservations were made so that we could all have our spa treatments at the same time and then leave and go have lunch and have the rest of the day together, right? When we got to the spa, all the appointments were at the same time except for one. And I said, well, I'll be the one that's off, that comes half an hour later. Don't worry about it. You guys go do your spa thing and I'll just be the late one. I'll meet you at the restaurant or whatever. So while they went in to get their spa treatment, I said to the front desk, I said, oh, I'm going to put this to the test. I'm going to ask for something and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen when you ask? What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen if you ask for something? Yvonne?
The worst that can happen to me today, or what?
Are you awake yet? You need some more chai. The worst that can happen is somebody says no. I asked for something, so they said no.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Am I
Of
any
course.
worse off than I was before when I hadn't said anything? No, it's the same. It changes nothing, right? So you have nothing to lose by asking. because the worst that can happen is they say no. And that's the end of it, right? No big deal. So I said, I'm going to put this to the test. I'm going to put this Aladdin factor concept to the test. I'm going to ask for something. So I went to the front desk. I was still waiting for my appointment, so I had plenty of time to kill. So I went to the front desk and I go, it was my friend Susie's birthday, and we were supposed to have this all together so that we could go out to lunch. Do you think you could do something nice for Susie, just a little something for her because of this mix up? And they said, oh, of course. "Oh, we didn't know it was her birthday." Yeah. And they put together like a gift basket of like spa stuff. And when she came, I went into my appointment. When she came out, they gave her the spa stuff. I didn't say it was me that asked for it. I just dropped the hint, asked for it. But I let her think like, oh, they just did this wonderful thing to compensate. But what have you got to lose by asking? What have you got to lose by asking? Nothing. So if you ask the dentist, for example, hey, what would happen if you pulled out my tooth? Why can't I get my tooth pulled? What's the reasoning behind that? Ask the questions. Ask for the questions. Ask for a second opinion somewhere. Ask for what it is that you need in terms of things in your daily life. Just ask. That book is a game changer. I'm just saying. It's this very simple idea, but a fantastic idea that if we ask and express what we need in ways that are kind, in ways that are brave and kind, we have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So that's your message, John Paul. Okay, ask for what it is that you need. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. All right. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, we did 3 and 3.25 grannies. I have a feeling there's going to be 4 at the end of this. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here. Oh, Joseph Johnson, I want to thank you for being you. Face red heart shape. I love that. Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks to all of you who are watching. Thanks and just hanging out with us. Thanks to you who have made donations and gotten readings today. We were feeding 3 1/4 grannies. I have a feeling it's going to be 4. We know why. And I want to thank you guys again. We'll be here next week at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, and 10:30 Eastern. Next Sunday and every Sunday this week. So we hope you'll join us again. Yvonne, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
No, no. My mind is a little bit blurred because I lost the habit of waking up at 4 a.m. When I had my birthday last week. Yeah,
Gosh.
probably it's almost 7. Probably I will take a 30-minute nap before going to the supermarket.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us here. Thanks again. All right. Bye.